Welcome to the Stripologized Block of the Month, where we take a traditionally pieced quilt block, break it down, and stripologize it using the Stripology Rulers and the Master Your Stripology Rulers book. This is block 3, so make sure to go to our website to download the worksheet. Of course, you will have a line drawing here so you can play with coloring in the fabrics that you want to use. And then, of course, it has instructions for the 3 sizes of the blocks: 12-inch, 9-inch, and 6-inch. Now, let's keep practicing our techniques so we can master the stripologizing way of doing things. So this block is actually a grid of 9. So we are looking at 4 quarter square triangles and then just squares for the other 5 units. Very simple, but you can really play with the coloring and do something interesting. So the square in the center is going to be, for my 12-inch block, it needs to be cut at 4 inches. And so are the square, or needs to be 4 inches finished, sorry. So are the corner squares down here. So that means I'm going to cut both of those units at 4 inches. So I have my 4 background squares, and then I have my 4.5-inch center square I'm going to use for my center. So I can just set these aside. These do not need to be done anything further with them. Now, however you want to play with your quarter square triangles, we're going to find our quarter square triangle page here on, it's going to be on page 10 in the book. So here, of course, with 2 squares that we start with, we end up with 2 quarter square triangles. So since we are going to need 4, we are going to start with 4 squares. So you can really play with what colors combinations you want to have. So because I wanted these 2 star points to be the same color, I will need to start with 2 squares of that color, and then I have 1 from this color, green, and then I have 1 from my background because I wanted that to continue around. So I have my background, and now these are going to need to be 4 inches finished again. But to make quarter square triangles, we need to start with squares that are 1.5 inches larger than the finished size of the quarter square triangle. So we are starting with 5.5-inch squares for the 12-inch block. So I have my 1 from the background fabric, and then instead of the green, I'm going to use this black, so that I need 1 of those. And then for the color that I need 2 of, I have this fun print here. So I have 2 of the same. That is going to be the 2 star points. So when you start working on your quarter square triangles, we of course start by putting together, making half square triangles. So you want to take the 2 that you want opposite, and you want to pair that with the other fabric. You don't want to pair those together. So you start like this, you cut them apart, make your half square triangles. And then, of course, when we have 2 of each half square triangles and we layer them again together, we want to layer them so that the same fabrics are going to be opposite. So you'll end up with quarter square triangles like this. So I am going to go ahead and make my quarter square triangles for the star points. And then once I have that, we piece the whole block together into 3 rows. And I pressed my seams on the top and bottom row towards the squares, and then the center row towards the middle. That way everything fit together nice and perfect for an accurate